right, everyone, we're back on the road and we're headed to Las Cruces, New Mexico. We have 433 miles to go today. The trip planner says I should be there about 3:06 in the afternoon. I always like to tack on an additional hour. I think we're probably looking at about 4:30 this afternoon. The weather's supposed to be wonderful. We've had some really rough weather. Lots of wind, rain, just cold, but it's supposed to be fairly nice today. I think we're going to be up in the 60s and light wind, hopefully, and sun. So I'm glad you're taking the trip with me. The one thing that's very noticeable is the changed landscape from the lush greens of the east heading out west. It looks flat and brown, and the further we get through Texas and the more we get into New Mexico and Arizona, I suspect that this is going to change over to deserts and mountains. So I'm really excited to see that change as well. But really, it's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely. Everyone, we just merged onto I-10 from I-20 west, and we're about, I want to say, close to 200 miles outside of El Paso right now, and we're getting into the mountain areas. Elevation is about 4,400 feet right now, but yeah, it's been a good trip. Whoops, got to pass this truck. Look at the views out there. The mountains are beautiful. Stunning. Yeah, El Paso's 163 miles away. All right, so we are just outside of El Paso. I think we're like 8 miles away. Interesting point, Verizon just sent me a text and said, "Welcome to Mexico. Your plan covers you while you're in Mexico, and as a courtesy, we're going to give you an extra 2 gigs of data." Hello, Verizon. I'm on I-10 heading to Arizona, not Mexico. Anyway, I just stopped at a rest area. We've gone 389 miles so far, and we've got 74 miles to go before we reach our stopping point for the day. So I hope you've enjoyed these updates. I've given updates on TikTok as well as on YouTube Shorts. Kind of a new thing. It's a little more challenging, I think, to do that because you're filming in vertical and you're filming in horizontal. It's just, anyway, it's just crazy. But the wind has not really been too bad until just this moment. The trip has been very good. If you saw my YouTube short, you know I stayed at the Love's RV stop last night, and that's where we're going again tonight. So tomorrow trip tomorrow. So it should be a fairly quick trip in comparison to what I've been driving. But I'm very excited to get there. So we should be hitting the New Mexico border here any minute, and once we do, I'll turn the camera on and say welcome to New Mexico. Wanted to give you a little glimpse of El Paso as we pass through it. And you can see, I hope the camera can pick this up, but it's got beautiful mountain range. Really pretty. Mexico border. We're finally out of Texas. Man, Texas is one big state. Welcome to New Mexico, land of enchantment. I'm ready to be enchanted. All right, want to let you know that I have arrived at Love's here in Las Cruces, New Mexico. It's right off the highway, and you can see here, I don't know if you can see it all, but what you got is a huge amount of, well, I shouldn't say a huge amount, but what you have is some really spacious RV sites here. I'm here in site 1, which is the handicap site. I called them and I said, hey, you didn't say handicapped on the reservation, so is it okay if I'm here? And they said it was first come, first serve. So, but you can see out there, you can see the highway. And this is a very busy, busy place. I'm kind of excited to get some sunset photos tonight. The sun's setting right over Love's, I'm sorry. So we'll see what happens, but I'll check back in with you in a couple hours when the sun starts to set. It's pretty sunny right now. Clear skies, beautiful. The relative humidity is like 27%. I'm definitely in the desert. I've got about 262 miles before I get to Arizona, to my first, well, my spot for the week, and tomorrow is a travel day for me. So good morning, everyone. So I stayed at the RV stop or RV spot, wherever, in Las Cruces, New Mexico last night, and I'm getting ready to hit the road for Arizona today, but I need to show you this incredible sunrise. It's a beautiful sunrise this morning. The sun's just coming up over the mountain. This is in Las Cruces, New Mexico. Our total travel distance today is 220 miles. And so I'm gonna get myself started. It's pretty cold. It's like 36 degrees here in New Mexico. And so I'm warming up the van. I just got gas and we'll be hitting the road here in a little bit. Inspection station, so see how that goes. Good morning. Thank you. All right, well, that was easy enough. I guess I'm not harboring any fugitives, so that's a good thing. All right, back on the road. Well, good morning, everyone. So this is the sunrise in Benson, Arizona. Yeah, I'm staying at a really nice park here in Benson. Beautiful sunrise this morning. Look at those mountains over there. Let me see if I can zoom in. Good morning, everyone. So this is the last leg of my epic Arizona road trip, and I'm leaving Benson, Arizona now, heading to Phoenix, Arizona, where I will be for the next 3 days on a work-related activity, and then I'll be heading back home starting on Friday. I gotta tell you, it's a little bit of a white knuckle drive this morning. The winds are gusting, are sustained at about 21, 22 miles an hour with wind gusts out of the west at 34. So I'm kind of getting, shoved all over the road a little bit. This is a high-profile vehicle, even though it's small, but it's manageable. I'm just taking my speed slow, not doing anything crazy. So I spent the week in Benson. It was a work week, and had a wonderful time at the Valley Vista Encore Resort, and just such a nice park, lots of friendly people. The staff were amazing, so thank you to the staff of Valley Vista in Benson. You guys were awesome. So now we're heading up to Phoenix. My time on the road is about 2 hours, just about 2 hours. All right, everyone, I'm about 37, 38 miles outside of Phoenix right now, and I'm going to tell you what, this wind is fierce. Man, I can probably go about 60, 65, but even the truckers are going slow. I mean, it is fierce wind. Driving up here from Benson on I-10 to Phoenix, pretty flat. I passed a couple of mountain ranges. Hey, listen, I mean, I'm maybe a little bit geography challenged when it comes to the mountain ranges, but what is the name of the mountain range in Tucson? It was absolutely stunning going through there. So just let me know in the comments what the name of it is. But there's a number of mountain ranges that I'm passing through on my way to Phoenix. I'm kind of white knuckling it a little bit because of the wind and trying to, get there. So, but I made good progress, I suppose, given how windy it is. And I don't know, is this something that's normal in Phoenix? This level of wind, or is this just a windy couple of days? I arrived in Arizona after about 2.5 weeks, but that included a week's stay in Texas as well as a week's stay in Benson, Arizona, because I was still working as I was traveling. The overall road trip took me 1,704 miles. It was exhausting, but it was also amazing to see Phoenix. The van ran flawlessly, and the trip overall provided me with a lot of insight into many things that are going on, because when you're traveling that far alone and you're going through the desert, you have a lot of time to think. I was able to come home that Friday as I had planned, and it took me approximately 4 days to get home, with the last leg of the journey at 679 miles. Here's a picture of me working, and then a picture of me visiting with my sister, and then of course, eventually a picture of me with Alex once I got home. It was an epic Arizona journey. I want to thank my subscribers for coming along with me. Please provide me with comments and your feedback about the trip. Thumbs up if you liked the video, but above all, Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you in the next video.